Hello students. So today we will continue with the previous chapter, that is diversity in living organisms. So in the previous class we discussed about kingdom Plantae, we discussed about gymnosperms, angiosperms, dicot seed, monocot seed, okay, and we also discussed about the classification of plants. So today we will start with kingdom Animalia. Now, what are the characteristics of kingdom Animalia? Here, the organisms are multicellular, means they are made up of more than one cells. The organisms are eukaryotic. What does eukaryotic means? That here the genetic material that is surrounded by a nuclear membrane. Genetic material, that is DNA, doesn't lie free in the or doesn't lie naked in the cytoplasm. Lacks cell wall. So, cell wall, the presence of cell wall was the characteristics of kingdom Plantae, but kingdom Animalia, the organisms belonging to kingdom Animalia, they lack cell wall. They are heterotrophs, means they cannot manufacture their own food and they depend on others for the ready-made food. Most of the organisms are mobile, means they move. They move from one place to another place in search of food. Now, kingdom Animalia is further divided into groups. Okay, first is Porifera, phylum Porifera. Pori means spore. So here the organisms has holes all over the body, or you can say the pores are present all over the body, and these pores, they open into the canal system, having canals, and it also has one or more large size outlet for water. So through the pores the water enters into the canals and water circulates for the distribution of food and other things, and then there is water outlet, and through that the water exits the body. Covered with exoskeleton, differentiation is less. What do you mean by differentiation is less? Here the cells are not differentiated into tissues, and hence the organs are also not formed. So here the differentiation is less, and they are called as sponges and are mainly found in marine habitat. You can see the example, Cycon and Spongilla. You can see in the picture, Cycon, this is Cycon and this is Spongilla. After that we come to another group, that is Coelenterata. These Coelenterata, they live in water. Okay. They show some body differentiation. In Coelenterata, the body differentiation can be seen. Okay. Here, a central cavity coelentron is present. Okay, in the center one cavity is there, but it doesn't have a anus, but a mouth is present, and that is surrounded by short and slender tentacles. I hope it is clear. So here the cavity that is present. Now, next point is they are diploblastic. What do you mean by diploblastic? Diploblastic means that they have two layers of cell. Okay, there are two layers of cells are present, and the body is made up of two layers of cells. One makes up the cells on the outside of the body, and the other makes the inner lining of the body. So these two layers, diploblastic, dip means two. So one is the outside and one is inside, and inside the cavity is there. So one layer it lines the cavity and another one is present the outside the cavity. Then next point is possesses stinging cells. They have some stinging cells, and these cells, they paralyze the prey by injecting poison or holding the prey. So in the prey, I told you that they have a mouth and there is a central cavity, but they do not have an anus. So when the prey, it sits near the mouth, the tentacles, okay, they have certain cells, and these cells, they inject certain poison, and which kills the prey or paralyzes the prey. Then these tentacles, they engulf the prey inside the body. Okay. Here, the respiratory, circulatory and excretory organs are absent. Nervous system is primitive, has only network of cells. You can see here in coelenterate, in hydra, even in sea anemone you can see. So you can see in the central cavities there in both the cases, and outside you can see large number of tentacles are present. So these tentacles, they help in engulfing the prey by killing the prey. How? It injects a poison inside or it paralyzes the prey, kills the prey by injecting a poison in the body of the prey. And then the prey is engulfed in the cavity. Now, some of these species lives in colonies, while others have a solitary lifespan, like hydra, jellyfish, sea anemone. They live alone. They do not live in colonies. Okay, students. So, we will do till here today, and next portion we will discuss in next class. Thank you, students. Hello, students. Today I will share one very nice, beautiful, motivational story with you. A story about a boy. The name of the boy is Robbie. Now, students, he was a young boy who lived with his elderly mother. His mother wanted him to learn how to play piano because she longed to hear her son playing for her. She sent her son to a piano teacher who took Robbie in under her guidance. However, there was a small problem because Robbie was not musically inclined and therefore was very slow in learning. The teacher did not have much faith in the boy because of his weakness. The mother was very enthusiastic, and every week she would send Robbie to the teacher. One day, Robbie stopped attending the piano lessons. The teacher thought that he had given up, and in fact she was quite pleased since she did not give much hope to Robbie. Not long after, the piano teacher was given the task to organize a piano concert in town. She sent out circulars to invite the students and public to attend the event. Suddenly, she received a call from Robbie, who offered to take part in the concert. The teacher told Robbie that he was not good enough and that he was no longer a student since he had stopped coming for the lessons. Robbie begged her to give him a chance and promised that he would not let her down. Finally, she gave in and she put him to play last, hoping that he will change his mind at the last minute. When the big day came, the hall was packed and the children gave their best performance. Finally, it was Robbie's turn to play, and as his name was announced, he walked in. He was not in proper attire and his hair was not properly groomed. The teacher was really nervous since Robbie's performance could spoil the whole evening's brilliant performance. As Robbie started playing, the crowd became silent and was amazed at the skill of this little boy. In fact, he gave the best performance of the evening. At the end of his presentation, the crowd and the piano teacher gave him a standing ovation. The crowd asked Robbie how he managed to play so brilliantly. With a microphone in front of him, he said, "I was not able to attend the weekly piano lessons as there was no one to send me because my mother was sick with cancer. She just passed away this morning and I wanted her to hear me play. You see, This is the first time she is able to hear me play, because when she was alive, she was deaf, and now I know she is listening to me. I have to play my best for her. Students, this is indeed a touching story of love and excellence. When you have a passion and a reason to do something, you will surely excel. You may not be talented or gifted, but if you have a strong enough reason to do something, you will be able to tap into your inner God with potential. Motivational quote: find the good. It's all around you. Find it, showcase it, and you start believing in it. Thank you, students.